from my perspective, and particularly the people that I represent, it's hard for us to even understand why there is a question as to whether this infrastructure is in the national interest. Could you comment about the economic benefits, the aspect of the strengthening of a relationship that is really vital to our long-term interest, and what your, considerations are in addition to those two?
Well, Senator, I appreciate, I understand it's on a lot of people's minds. I mean, a lot of people's. The department has received and evaluated more than 1.9 million public comments, and the final supplemental EIS on this is 11 volumes, more than 7,000 pages. And my job now is to review it and make a determination. But I also have to get feedback from 8 different agencies. I'm continuing to get additional information. And if I have any legitimate questions, then I need to have those answered. So I'm not at liberty to go into my thinking at this point. It's just not appropriate, except to say to you that I'm approaching this, tabula rasa. I'm going to look at all the arguments, both sides, all sides, whatever, evaluate them, and make the best judgment I can about what is in the national interest. And I will really, forward that to the President of the United States, who has the ultimate authority to make this decision.
Thank you. And I'm going to stay focused not only in my role as a senator, but as chair of the Energy Committee on really pressing the country to understand the importance of becoming an energy powerhouse with cleaner energy sources requires the infrastructure, whether it's our transmission lines, our pipelines, our roads, our ports, our import, export, and it's important not only to our economy, but I do think it has a real bearing on our position in the world as a superpower. And that's what this budget reflects, basically our defense budget and our State Department budget sets us up to be a superpower, and it is very relevant.